Hello, welcome back. It is Terraria Tuesday. I was ready to stream before this, but maybe this is a controversial opinion, but I think that baby carrots are probably the goated snack item available. They are freaking delicious, man. So I was ready to get at it, but had to finish chewing, man. Okay. And we have done so much for this game, and I am still just as confused as I was on day one. Man. Tons of potions. Really wish I had taken care of all of this before I quit last week. I don't know why I decided to wait. The house is too busy. Baby carrots with some blue cheese. Dude, that is cracked. I am honestly happy enough with just baby carrots, but add some blue cheese, and I mean, that's a game changer, you know? Ranch is okay too, you know? I'd actually probably be more likely to eat mine without any ranch, but blue cheese is freaking great, man. Oh my gosh. I was eating pizza the other week with some blue cheese, and just, dude, so good. So freaking good. I put in there throwing knives? Throwing knives don't go in there. What are we thinking? This is our weapons spot. How's work today, QB? Blue cheese is far superior compared to ranch. Dude, definitely. Definitely. Cool. I did not know that we could turn the angle on these. Hey, I'm a bum. How's it going? How's your Tuesday so far? Doing anything fun? Work was super dumb. I'm applying to another position probably tomorrow. Oh my gosh, really? That's exciting though. That's really good. You know? Pursue the things that are meaningful to you, you know? What is that? Is that gel? It is gel. I'd like to find another boss. I don't really know how to do that. That was not an enemy. Good, just hanging out. Gonna lurk? Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That's no problem at all. I'll probably be switching over at some point to maybe some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. That's like a side-scroller game. And maybe Fall Guys later on, but I appreciate you hanging out to lurk, man. No problem. Your current team is falling apart, so it's a hot mess. Just can't handle it. Plus, more money would be nice. Dude, more money is the best thing that has ever happened to me. That's not true, you know? Like, definitely not at all. Money is a great tool, but it is a horrible mistress. Isn't that what they say? I don't know. I think that there's truth to that, right? You know, there's so much more to life than making money, but also, like, you need to make enough to survive. You gotta get to a certain point before you're good enough to just indulge. It's kind of like where my, I always go back to, like, my cousin on this, because, like, my uncle is, you know, anybody else have a super rich uncle? I have a super rich uncle. And I kind of wonder what it's like to be the child of a person like that, you know? Like, it's a job where it's not a family business, so it's not going to be passed down, but he's got a lot of net worth, so what do his kids think? I mean, is that just going to be inheritance one day? Do you work as hard because of that? Do you think that you're set because you've got, you know? I don't think all of them feel that way. I have 3 cousins, and for sure, they don't all think that way, but I think at least to some degree, right? You know, you always know that you have that, like, safety blanket, that safety net. You just kind of, like, yeah, I don't know. You know, even for people who don't have a super rich uncle, there's still ways to find that peace of mind. You know, when I was able to work, I put a decent amount of money into my 401k, and just knowing how that is going to grow over time is, you know, my own safety net. It's great. It's a very relieving feeling. No more Alice? No, definitely more Alice. Absolutely. We're probably going to hit some Alice either on Wednesday or Thursday. I freaking love Alice, man. So much fun. But it's Terraria Tuesday, so. Our next team is falling apart. Yeah, right. Okay. Definitely live by treat yourself vibes. Because you can't take the money with you when you're dead. Totally. Totally. My only, so I like basically 100% agree with you, but my only asterisk I would add to that is make sure you have enough that you don't need to worry about it in the future. You know, like, for sure, don't value yourself by how much money you have in the bank, but also don't be working until you're 95, man. That doesn't sound fun. But I guess by the time you're that age, right, you probably just kick the bucket. You know, that's easy enough to get out of. So we're gonna go down that 3rd tree. Actually, we're gonna cut in right here, I guess. Cool. I wonder what caused us to slow down on this. I remember, gosh, what grade would that have been? 3rd grade, 4th grade, something like that. I had a school project where we had to, like, you know, find an old, oh shit, he's an enemy? We had to find an old house and write a project on it, and, you know, etc., etc. And I think we went over to one of my sister's friend's houses. It's from, like, the 1800s, so pretty old. And I ate an entire bag of baby carrots before going over there. And my body disagreed with my intentions. Ended up spilling orange all over the back of the seat. And my dad thought that I was just, like, trying to get out of doing the project. So he was, like, really mad at me for throwing up. So, you know, after I hurled it all up, my sister was in the back seat with me, and she was like, "Can I please put down the window because this smells horrible?" And there were like, you know, child safety locks on it back then because we were still so young. And he said no. He's like, "No, dude, screw you." You know, so she just had to sit in that, man. Such a ridiculous story, you know. I mean, even if he were to think about that now, he'd be like, "I have no idea, dude. I was just pissed." But it's just so goofy how we can easily, you know, create situations for ourselves where we are maybe a little less rational than we could be otherwise, a little less compassionate, a little less understanding. Nobody is immune. Nah, I know what you mean. I want to get good money and savings, but I also want to have fun while I'm young and stuff. I'm in a rock and a hard place. Yeah, I mean, it's true, man. You know, and like, I think that, you know, certain financial situations will limit your ability to do that. But why would you live a life that you hate? And I don't know about Terraria. This kind of just isn't doing it for me today. It isn't really doing it for me a lot of days though, you know, so we might be taking this off the docket pretty soon. It's not a rock and a hard place, man. You know, it's just finding that balance. And I think you're doing it, right? I mean, personally, I think you're doing it. I think you're doing it very, very well. I think that a lot of people have a lot of interests that they simply never pursue. You know, and even the simple things that you may not view as being one of those things, I bet a lot of people would consider being pretty freaking incredible. Even myself, right? You know? It's, I don't know, man. It's difficult to navigate, but once you find the balance, it becomes a whole lot easier. All these freaking cobwebs, man. I don't know what to do with all those. I guess you can like make armor and stuff, but I really have no use for that, you know? I've already got the pointy bloody butcherer, man. Why would I ever need anything else? Is that a dart? Yeah, it is. Shit, okay. It's so interesting that you can just pick up dart traps. You rat. Oh shit, that's some tungsten, dude. Let's go. Least efficient way to mine, but it worked, it worked. I think it's very easy to get stuck in that, where the hell are we, man? Is that the mushroom biome? Easy to be stuck in the mindset of being stuck, man, but nobody is. You can change your life in 2 seconds. It's literally that easy. It's like a 2D Minecraft? Pretty much, yeah, actually, that's a really apt metaphor, man. I really am not a qualified person to say this, but I think that it has more complexity to it than Minecraft does. But yeah, maybe 2D Minecraft is perfect. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that. I'm not qualified. But yeah, I mean, you mine, you harvest resources, you build houses, you talk to not villagers, but like people who live in your houses. Apparently, you just make them for the other people. There are merchants. And then you fight bosses. We have taken down 2 bosses so far, I believe. May have been 3, but I think just 2. You just kind of explore. You can find like life crystals, increase your health. You know, the only good news is that I don't need a iron pickaxe to get diamonds? Question mark. I don't know if that's I don't even know if that's accurate. Is it steel or is it wow, that's a pretty good chest. 2 gold in there, man. Have you played Minecraft then? I'm a bum. Sorry, I don't mean, I know you want to lurk. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like calling you out. You don't have to, You can just hang out, man. Dude, I am getting the shit knocked out of me, dude. What is that? Oh, it's the vines, man. Yikes. Took a lot of unnecessary damage. Hey, Tamola! Long time no see! What's going on? Happy Tuesday! Looks interesting. I like the 2D games. My genre of game is... Ooh, roguelikes. Those are fun. What's a light? Is that a type of roguelike? Detached by explosives? Dude, was that thing rigged? I don't know how I accidentally did that. Terraria, Dead Men Tell No Tales. We just got an achievement from that, unfortunately. They say dead men don't bite, but that chest sure did. I don't know. Doing alright, doing alright. How about you? And happy Tuesday. Yes, yes. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm happy to be streaming today. I'm happy to be able to talk to you guys. It's a good day. How are classes going? Busy as hell still? Didn't you have midterms coming up? Am I remembering that wrong? Or was it just exams? No, you had like 3 exams in like a week, but that was probably a while ago now. Probably past that, right? Practicals, yes! Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's my bad. I knew that. Yeah, and the... Was it anatomy that you were the most worried about? Or was it the, shit, it was the slides. I'm totally blanking. It was, what is it? Pathology? Is that what you were most worried about? You get meta progress, I think is the difference, not really sure. Just enjoying knowing where wrong movements start all the way over makes it more fun to me. Have you ever heard of Backpack Hero? It's kind of more of like a... Hang on, dude. I'm very off. Oh, shit, we're being attacked. Roguelike is a subgenre, dungeon crawl, turn-based gameplay, grid movement, and permanent death of the character. Yeah, so I think it's probably more of a loose roguelike, but I think that Backpack Hero I would personally describe as a roguelike. It's super fun. I think that might be up your alley. Once I get my PC set up, I'm going to actually be streaming that. So you don't even have to overcommit just yet. Actually, it's got like this weird patron thing going on. I don't know if you're allowed to stream it anymore because the streamer that I saw hasn't done it again since, but I love playing that game so much. I've dumped many hours into it, and yeah, would very much like to do that content on here as well. I think that'd be super fun. Nice memory. Did all right, I hope. Wow, you still haven't got the results? When were the exams? Maybe I'm projecting a little bit the timeline here. Go over and then down? We did go over and then down. Must have. Is that Hellfire? Alright, we're gonna try to get this chest again because I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if it's gonna mess us up again. It's just permanently a bomb or if it's something that we can overcome. Died up there. Okay, I'm back on it. Didn't catch the name of the game. Sorry. I'm a bum. It is called Backpack Hero. It isn't actually a fully released game yet. I've been playing it on a website .to, but they have a patron, and I think the early release of the game is going to be in, I want to say August. Not 100%, but alright, let's see if this works. It did. Just cost us life. No problem, man. It was a little bit less than a week ago. Okay, I mean that's not terrible for feedback. I was thinking it was more like 2 weeks. I kind of yeah, I think I probably had the time frame wrong in my head about when it was as opposed to when you told me about it. Obviously, you had that down much better than I did. They take their time here. I've seen it. It looks different. It is different. It's super fun though. Really, it's kind of annoying. I think that once the whole game is released, it'll be a whole different gameplay, and much more allow for much more diversity. A lot of the mechanics in the game punish melee builds. So if you want, and mage builds, because melee, mage counts as melee in a way. Where are we? This looks deep. So like based on your style of attack depends on whether, you know, certain enemy abilities can affect you. And unfortunately, range is just broken because it's basically immune to all of those, and it really was, if not is, the only way to successfully beat the game at this point, which is pretty frustrating. I've tried many times to do a magic build, but it's like hard to get the items to do a magic build in the first place, and yeah, a whole bunch of other reasons too. But I wonder if we can get down there. I guess we can. You just got to go around the lava, or we can. The hell is that guy? A guardian? Granite Guardian. I'm just swinging away down here. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, man. Oh, more hive. That's interesting. But I really enjoyed it, you know, that used to be... So, whatever, sorry, I got distracted. They're introducing more playable characters, and then those characters have specific abilities that should be able to make the other runs more viable. And once that gets released, once that's opened up and available on Steam, I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable gameplay. Oh shit, Queen Bee. We have a boss fight. Let's light this place up. I do not know how to dodge that. There we go. Although I already killed one Queen Bee, so maybe this isn't a boss fight. Maybe this is more of like a mini boss. But yeah, so you used to play as like one rat going through the tunnels and, you know, trying to survive and stuff. But they've now introduced like a frog and I don't know, male female rat. And then I can't think of what the other ones were. I do know that the frog is a mage build though, so I'd be excited to try that out. I might actually purchase it on Steam and oh, we are getting poured on by lava right now. So we are just taking tiny bits of damage this whole time. My friend and I were obsessed with it for a couple of weeks too. It's just, it's pretty fun. Maybe we weren't. Maybe we're not taking damage from that. Maybe it was a bee. So we kind of seem to be fine now. Can sip. I don't know how to get out of this honey, man. I can hardly move. Oh, there we go. Let's get out of that shit, man. Couple more hits, man. Time for the loot. God, let me get out of this, honey. Please. Okay. Are we full up on inventory? That's why. Consume me. Pick up the B gun. Good luck, WP. I appreciate it, man. Reminds me, the first time I played Dead Cells. Damn it. I'm getting knocked into this shit, man. I think I've heard of Dead Cells. I'm just gonna like back myself into a corner while I read the chat. Not working. Thought there were some builds that were broken and some that just didn't work, but they fixed it as time went on. I kind of feel like that's where this this game is headed right now. I think that it's a really, really great base. I just think it needs a little bit of work. There's only a few viable builds right now, and you know, pretty much all of it rests around mage, or rests around range, or you know, honestly just RNG. You know, it literally depends on what end game boss that you get, because there's this one boss where it's like, you know, every single time that he takes damage, he gets rage, which buffs his damage, and he gets spikes, which cause damage when you attack him. And unless you have, you know, is there a way to just like, I don't think so. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a fun game. It just needs some work still. But it seems like they're working out those kinks in the larger version that they're going to release pretty soon, actually. All right, dude. I get it. 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 I don't think I've played Dead Souls, though. What kind of game is that? Man, these Guardians are endless. Yeah, so whatever. The M boss, right? I mean, he just builds damage every time you do damage to him, and then the more damage you do to him, the more you take. And it's just impossible to beat on so many builds. When you run melee, that is. Maybe that's not a super hot take. Maybe they wouldn't appreciate me saying that, but it is the case. Not to jinx it, but you are very good with a controller. Thank you. I don't know what makes you say that. I don't know why you think that. I would expect this game to be a mouse and keyboard kind of one. It, yes, absolutely 100% was originally made for, shit, they just keep spawning. Okay, that's interesting. It was made for PC, and then released on Xbox after the fact. So, they made it technically viable for playing on console. But it's pretty limiting, honestly. What do you play on? I know you don't really have like as much time anymore, but like, do you have a preferred console or a preferred PC or preferred game? Like, what do you typically do? Or what did you typically do? I guess is maybe more accurate now. Med school, am I right? Damn doctors never even play video games these days. How can you trust them? Yeah, we walked right into that. I think there's another trap up here, though. Maybe not. No, I'm poisoned. I don't see it, though. Maybe it's just this guy? Build us a little bit of support here. Good old laptop. Hell yeah, dude. That's how I play, That's how I play... I've been Backpack Hero, dude. Holy cow. Backpack Hero. That's how I play Backpack Hero, the game that we've been talking about for the last 2 hours. Got a lot of potions from that run. Oops. Look how milk is a potion, man. Milk's kind of cracked like that. Honey in there? I am putting honey in there. Enchanted Sword, 23 melee. Wow. Thing's actually pretty good. Not quite as good as what we have, but... Shoots an enchanted sword beam though, bro? That's kind of cool. You can check it out. What the hell? That's pretty cool. Dead Cells is a fast-paced, side-scrolling action game. There's swords, bows, magic, a lot of stuff to find interesting and hard as hell too. Is that on Steam or something? How do you play that? Sounds pretty fun. I think I tend to be pretty bad at knowing like stylistic names of games, but I very much enjoy. I think I very much enjoy roguelike games. If it's anything like I don't know, maybe we do want this sword. It's anything like Backpack Hero, man. Oops. Jungle Bat Banner. Nice. I can go in our banners chest. I think you would enjoy Hades then. I don't know what Hades is. Hades. Hey. Hades is a roguelike action dungeon crawler video game developed by Supergiant. Yeah, man, that looks pretty sweet. I can look into that. I'll see if they have any, what the availability is and what the financial situation of myself is like. But yeah, I mean, I could probably add that to the docket. Got so much in store. For what I plan on doing. Man, I don't know that I have the headspace for this today, honestly. Maybe we hit some TMNT soon. So very relatable. I believe it's available on all platforms. I play on PlayStation. Hades is amazing, though. A friend of mine who's crazy for roguelikes loved it. So very relatable. So you haven't tried Hades, Tamola? Or yeah, neither of you? Oh no, yeah, okay, you have played it on PlayStation. Wait, no, you played Dead Souls on PlayStation, but Hades is amazing also, so you've played both. I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? That's the whole That seems to track. Hit me with a good roguelike. Yeah, man. I have a friend who is coming into town, actually this upcoming weekend, and he plays a lot of Terraria. So I may pick his brain about this game. I think I'm probably going to give you guys a few moments of silence while I switch over to a different game, because I really just don't have the headspace for this right now. I think we're going to try the TMNT side-scroller. It's like the old arcade version. It's my understanding. Could be fun, though. I will see you in 1 second. Hope both of you have a good time. Do you have to bounce, Tamola? Are we in? Are we back? Is this live? It says I'm still streaming. I have the image. We might be good. Man, this used to be one of my favorite TV shows as a kid. We'll actually add a stream marker. TMNT. Add stream marker. I can see. Good. Okay, cool. My bitrate is shot right now, though, man. I think this might be a an internet thing going on. Let me know if yeah, let me know if it's still working, please.
Let's kick some shell!
Let's kick some shell! I remember going to my cousin's house when I was really little, and he had cable growing up. I did not have cable, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles finale, Dive Attack Midair, was on the weekend that I was visiting them, and he had like a birthday party going on, and yeah, I was like, yo, let's watch some TMNT, and everybody made fun of me for wanting to play it. Made me very sad, so that's my story about TMNT. You can see, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, this bitrate, though, is really concerning me right now. Automatically grab when you get close to an opponent. Holy cow, man, there are so many moves. Dude, beat a dodge? We know how to do that, man. Played it enough Dark Souls. Cheer up. That's cool. That's funny. You feed him pizza, man. You can taunt. Dude, this game is insanely deep. There's so much to this. RB at max ninja power? Holy cow, man. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Stream is alright. Okay, good. A very similar story with the Spectacular Spider-Man. Dude, isn't it the worst? Instead of a friend, it was my aunt's. It was my cousin, it wasn't a friend. It was all of his friends. Says the guy who ain't found Andre. Whatever, man. Who needs Andre? Who needs tutorials? Who needs Andre? We'll play on okay. We'll play on okay. Hello, sorry I'm late this time. Dude, no problem at all. Happy to have you, Zodi. How's it going, man? Didn't we just go through all this?
Select your hero.
Select your hero, man. Alright, so honestly, wow, okay. Is anybody familiar with TMNT? Because if anybody is, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, April, or Splinter, first one to choose, man. First name that I see come in. Hit me up. That's who I'm playing as. It's going good. Just been playing Dark Souls 3 all day. Nice, dude. That's a very fun day. Are you on summer break right now? Splinter. Ooh. I'm a bum got you, dude. Sorry, QB. Splinter it is. That's the worst, though, Tamola. I know how that goes, man. Hey, what's on the news? This is so slow. Good evening, New York, and welcome back to Vernon's Views, where the view is always crystal clear. On today's show, a gift for me, as a thanks for... Uh-oh. Ah, what's going on? Where's the gift receipt? God, you gotta love this, man. This is like early 90s quality. Sup, New York? We've interrupted this program to give you chaos. Ha ha ha! Due to the Statue of Liberties. The Statue of Liberties getting a makeover and is gonna look better than ever. Keep it locked here on Bebop's Beat. Dude, I would tune in for Bebop's Beat. He seems pretty fun. To see her debut. What the shell? We gotta get to Channel 6! Our summer break over here is like 10 weeks. Yo, score, dude. Man, Shredder, how dare you? Alright, so we got our attacks. That's some combo action. Then there was like, what was the AAB? AAX? I don't know, man. The little grab action? Little grab action? Failed to finish level unharmed, man. We are... It's okay if you guys want to unfollow, like, I get it. You know? Master Splinter got harmed, man. Yo, Bebop, get back here, man. Do we have full charge on our, can I hit RB yet? Here we go, man. Nope. Alright, we're just charging. Okay, so it's A to slide attack. Good to know. These guys have Game Boy colors, man. Let's go. Blast from the past, brother. Are they hacking? Is that what the implication is right now? What a, like, fun video game premise, though, you know? They're like, the Statue of Liberty is gonna get a makeover. And it's like, yeah, man, whatever. Like, this isn't actual terrorism. You're just, like, goofing off. That's fine. And it's actually pretty hard to get a... This game looks absolutely fun. It is, man, so far anyway. I'm kind of getting my ass kicked, though. Master Splinter is one tap. This looks like a multiplayer thing, too, which would be cool. Enjoy yourself, mate. Can't say I'm very sad. Yeah, dude, it's a big score. Sadder bragging. What do you think? What do you think's up in here, though?
What is going on?
Burn found. You're welcome, Burn. Double tap for the sprint. Okay. I love these side-scroller games. I used to be obsessed with the X-Men one. My dad used to take my friend and I to mini golf every once in a while, like maybe 3 times ever in my life, but it was super fun. And they had, yeah, that pizza definitely heals. So we'll save it till after we finish the fight. But they had an X-Men arcade game there, and we loved that. You know, it was like an hour of mini golf and then like 2 hours of us just playing this arcade game. My poor dad, he was such a good guy, you know, like putting up with us for all that.
Take this.
Little power action there. So that was our Y attack. Can we use that again? No, it's definitely the charged attack. This is like such a blast from the past. Little throw 'em at screen action, you know? There you guys go. This is breaking the fourth wall here, man. Just sending them right into your homes. I don't need them. Or wherever you happen to be.
Take this.
Dude, I'm kind of getting owned. This is actually pretty challenging. Kind of getting owned by the environmental even, man. But we got some pizza, dude. Right back in it. It's kind of how I feel in real life. You know, you're like having like a rough day, and then you get some pizza, and you're like, all right, bro, like I can work with this. Grab him, grab him. Right to the DV screen, man. This looks amazing. It's really good so far, honestly. Bebop, Bad News Boar. Oh shit, okay, I was expecting like a beam. That looks like we can dodge that pretty easily. Just walking into shit, man. I don't know how we use our shit. Not beautiful, but we'll count it. We'll count it. Rage mode, dude? Nope. Get a little Y action. Bebop down, boys. Bebop down, boys. This game looks dope as fuck. Is this a new game? I mean, I think it's an old game, but they just like, you know, made it playable on the Xbox. Yeah, wait, something you definitely would want to know about. If you have a Turkish or an Argentinian friend, you can get them to make you a Steam account? Games would be available for a fraction of the price in the US? What are you talking about? Seriously? How does that work? Dude, we got a lot of achievements from that first level. Yeah, I saw something about that with Argentina. Wow, look at this map, man. Nah, dude, let's go check out what Special Request in Burns' office, man. This is the guy that we rescued.
Now hurry.
Classic headlines. Find my classic headlines, you creeps. Okay, cool. I can do that. I can do that.
Big Apple, 3 p.m.
Oh, that's interesting, Zodi. I am getting a PC pretty soon, actually, so that is great intel. I mean, is that legal? Is that something that you can legally do? Go! Man, what a throwback. So you cluster them up, dude, and then you end them all. Quick little meditation to get that back, man. It's just that easy. I guess that was the intention for that area, is to pick up that pizza, but that's fine. We'll still count this. I really wish I had like a giant Joy-Con to be playing this on, man. You know, like the OG arcade game with like the buttons. I guess I literally have the miniature version of that, so I shouldn't complain.
What idiot dropped this?
Classic headline found, man. Alright, so we definitely got to keep an eye out for those garbage cans to make sure that we can get them back. Okay, it was a boomerang that doesn't even...
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, Irma. Explosive? Let's go. Money? No money. You always want to grab the food at the end of the battle, that way you get max health, you know? No need to grab it right now. You think we could get a classic headline out of that? Secret Diary. Maybe that has something to do with Irma. Man, what a blast from the past, dude. Just stand on a car, I guess. Just let them pass. You know, you don't want to be a jaywalker. But apparently we have to kill these guys. It's actually an interesting thing. The jaywalker term comes from somebody being a Jay in the US, which I guess is like, you know, just like a slack-jawed idiot, you know, some real whippersnapper kind of an idea, but it was introduced by the car company to get people off the roads. Apparently roads were originally designed specifically for pedestrians, and then the automobile industry just took that over and coined that term and had like a whole DARE project of like, oh, we won't do drugs, we won't jaywalk kind of a vibe to it. And yeah, kind of ruined the American economy as a result of that. I mean, it's like you and I were talking about, Zodi, like the public transportation that you have that the US doesn't have, you know, I mean, it's, you know, they say that that is one of the, no, actually, I'm sorry, they don't say, they specifically have done research to indicate the greatest way to get people out of poverty is by infinite ninja power, so we just can use Y a lot? Let's go. Is to have public transportation, you know, an ability to get out of your circumstances. US is shit at that, man. Probably part of it is because it's so big, but... Nice piece of trivia. Thanks, man. Hit him off with the Y right off the bat. Rocksteady, Rampagin' Relish Rhino. Dude, I love the alliteration in this game, man. It's beautiful. Fair, true, fair, true. Look out for the grenades. God damn. What are those tire irons that they're throwing at me, man? That's just messed up. We might die on this boss. What do you think? Can we get away with this? That's a kill. That's a kill. No, we missed. We missed. Nope. Nope. All right, this is the kill. That's the kill shot.
My horns.
No more rampaging rhinos in this city, brother. Episode 2 cleared. Cowabunga! Man, dude. So many good times, so many good memories. I feel like Spider-Man's even better than, you know, probably was a better show than my old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones was, but... Special request from Irma. She needs diaries, right? I'm hoping. Secret diary? 1 out of 5, man. And we do we just have the one classic headline? I need my papers back. Rah.
Mutants over Broadway.
Mutants over Broadway. Oh shit, okay, cool. Just gotta jump those, man. Finish level unharmed. They really like making fun of me for not being able to do that, man. This is so freaking whack, man. Who thinks of shit like this? Yo, let's get a high-speed skateboard episode, or level into this game. Screwed up the jump. I don't know why I went up there to screw up the jump, but hey, you know. Sometimes you gotta skip Andre, and sometimes you gotta intentionally harm yourself. Man, I've been thinking about that boss that I've been on too. I really don't have any jumping way too soon. I really don't have any more insight on that. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I think it's just moving on from that point. Double, triple. Okay. Bike boys. Dude, we're gonna die from all these damn cars, man. My reaction time is trash. Boss fight? Grenade? Grenade? Grenade almost death? Only TMNT show I was old enough to get into was CGI Nickelodeon ones. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen many of those. I didn't have Nickelodeon. Actually, I still don't have any cable television at my place or at my parents' place. I usually go to my parents to watch like football games when they're in season. And the difference between us being able to watch the game and not being able to watch the game is whether or not our garage door is up or down. Yeah, gotta get that satellite, man. And like not like good satellite, right? I mean antenna. The oldest version of television. This is so wild. Grab him, throw him to you guys. That's for you. There's a lot more to explore. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. That's totally fair, and I intend to. And maybe we'll, maybe once I get some more VIT, I'll give him another try. I don't think that that's really my answer, but I kind of want to like give my souls to that one chick and unlock that that door. I assume, anyways. We'll see what's gonna happen there. Dude, he is in such a bad angle for me. Do any of you have any interest in like old school RuneScape? I was considering doing like an Iron Man or something I've never done on that, but I haven't played in years and years and years. Shit. Splinter has 1 life left, I believe. Can't believe playing on OK was an ambitious.
I need to focus my mind.
Was an ambitious decision. Tried playing for like 3 hours and got a bit annoyed. Playing what for 3 hours? Dark Souls? Alright, this is where you hit him with the old OP moves. Dude, they are homing. Okay, so we have to dodge and then you can try doing it. But we're not gonna get the time. That sinks. Actually, I think we did, so we'll just pop it out. And then ignore it, because that was a lot of damage to take for not a lot of damage to put out. But you can't get close enough, man! If you touch the car, you get smacked, bro. This is a really cool game. I really wish I could cancel that. I don't know how to cancel that. Alright, so we wait till he goes like a mad driver again. Pick a corner, commit, and then pop it off. Or, you know, get hit. I don't know what that is. Retry me, dude. Old school RuneScape. Oh, totally. Got a bit annoyed. Yeah. I grew up playing that. That was like, you know, we also only had dial-up when I was a kid. So like, right, if you wanted to watch a YouTube video that was like, I don't know, 5 minutes long, it probably took 15 to load. So like really what I would do is just like pick a song that was on YouTube and then listen to that one song repetitively, or watch a TV show that somebody uploaded an episode of and watch that over and over and over, because once you load it, it's all like on the computer already, so you can just keep hitting replay. There's an episode of Scrubs that I've seen like 30 times because I would just pop it on in the background while I was playing old school RuneScape. And you couldn't make calls when you were on the internet either, you know, because it was dial-up. It used your phone line to provide internet, man, so. That was the experience. Look at this, we're already getting so much better at this, though. Triple car down here, right? 1, 2, 3. Huh? Huh? Cracked gamer. Some say he's a god, I don't know who. Thank you so much for saying that, by the way. I literally do not let my friends live that knowledge down. It is hilarious to me. They don't appreciate it as much as I do, but I think it's freaking hilarious, you know? Anytime I die now and I'm playing something with them, I'm just like, dude, I'm a god gamer. You guys just don't get it. Alright, man. So this is not the boss fight. This is just us avoiding him right now because he doesn't have a health bar. Still a little too soon. Rocks fall. So old school RuneScape is kind of like a... Dude, I don't even know how to describe it, right? It's like... You have a bunch of stats and different skills and builds that you can go for, and, you know, grinding through the universe and getting quests and trying to complete those, and then... You know, you level up your account, you fight bosses, you get better gear, you increase your mining and smithing to create your own gear and shit like that. Man, how do you describe RuneScape? How do you even... What is that? What is that game style? It's like RuneScape, dude. Have you ever played RuneScape, like RuneScape 3? It's like RuneScape 3, but like the old school version of that. My friend sent me a video, actually, of this guy who is doing a hardcore Iron Man. So, like, if you die, you lose all your shit and it doesn't drop, and, you know, all sorts of, like, hardcore limitations. You can't use a bank to store your items in stuff. New move, super die. Press Y in midair. Oh, yeah, we didn't need to do that. Still cool, though. But yeah, so he's doing one of those accounts, but then he's limiting himself to a specific area on the map and isn't allowed to leave it in order to, I don't know why we jumped over that, in order to leave it to, like, continue grinding his account. It's super challenging, and it's really interesting to watch after playing for so many years and putting so many hours onto it. Dude, it takes too long, man. This is... I was one shy of getting it. I was one shy. I don't know if this is the meta on how to beat this boss, but it seems to be going pretty well so far, considering how much damage we've taken. God damn it. They're psyching me out. Man, I really miss waking up on Saturday mornings and getting stoked for Saturday morning cartoons. It's like a... God, how old am I? I'm like, oh, this poor young generation. But, like, you know, that's something that, like, you'd spend all week looking forward to. You can just, like, go onto Hulu and watch literally whatever you want, whenever you want, you know. Hulu, Netflix. I guess it's still challenging because you have to, like, pay for all of these new subscriptions now, man. It's a lot. Kind of worked. At least we pulled it off, right? At least it worked. When they laugh, you can obviously do it, you know? You gotta be really quick about it. The turtle tenderizer. Good thing I'm not a turtle, bro. Idiots. I thought we were one punch away, man. And now I can't even get a hit. They're mocking me. I have no idea what I'm doing, dude. There we go. Holy shit. Can we appreciate how rad Master Splinter is? Heyo. Did you ever see the live action movies? I remember renting those as a kid and loving them. At the end of it, I think they, like, you know, take down Shredder and share a pizza. And Master Splinter's like, "What do you kids say? Cowabunga?" I was like, dude, you are the coolest rat in the city. Hands down. You were already pretty sweet before, but now you, like, get the youth. You're, like, part of our generation. You got it, brother. I know we're getting a lot of hits right now, but it's intentional. We're trying to send one to you. There you go. That's how we have to start it out every level. That's my new MO. Even hits from behind, man. All right. Give me a rat. Yeah. You like barely finished the first enemy and they're like, get out of here, bro! Go! Alright, man. Alright. Give me a sec. You literally just died? Attila found, dude. Who's Attila? Oh shit. Must head towards the light. Do not fall down sewer holes, man. I thought that was like a, you know, Leonardo would be down there to help me out. Apparently not. Master Splinter is on his own, man. No sons. How many of these can I stack? Just 2? And it doesn't even matter. Yeah, we will go. We're trying to meditate, my guy. At least these guys really know how to relax, you know? Dude's just hanging out on a bench. That's how I would be if I had to like patrol a city for my evil overlord. I'd just be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna hang out, and if, you know, Master Splinter happens to show up, then I'll get off the bench. But until then, like... That's for you. 10 points. Shit. Shit. Fair, fair. Grab me. That's for you. Man, they really need to work on their zoo. That does not look like Sable caging for
That sure hits the spot.
for 2 tigers. Very recent one's talking about 2016. Oh. I don't know if I've seen those. I think the ones that I'm talking about were like, God, 2008? Actually, at the latest, man, it's probably older than that. It'd be hard to like ask somebody else to get intel on that because I just don't even know what the specific series was called, you know? I was just at an age where it just didn't matter, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was online. Like, what else did I care about? Classic headline found. Let's go, dude. TMNT TV show. Take damage there? We are taking damage, I think. Yeah, this is the one I used to watch, man. 2003 to 2010, brother. That is the quality, quality TMNT. Yo! We don't have a receipt for this guy, though. Double boss fight? Brown Chuck and Dirtbag. Partners in trouble. Still can't fall into pits, man. In case you guys are wondering, that's still not a mechanic that you're allowed to do. What are you gonna do without Oh, that was Ground Chuck, not Dirtbag? I thought this guy would be Ground Chuck, man. They're trolling me. Son of a bitch. He's like 2-tap, man.
I'm going
1-tap.
I
What
trust
about 2016? Yeah, I feel like I should check those out. I feel like I would really enjoy that, you know? Like a blast from the past, but still kind of the future. Cowabunga! No need for dirtbags anymore.
Crane's head is getting away.
I don't know why I accidentally added that stream marker.
King of the Spill.
King of the Spill. Sewers of New York. Man. I actually have a comic that a very good friend bought for me, where it's like a Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. It's pretty cool. I haven't heard of anything like that. I do remember Saturday morning, gotta make sure we destroy all these, see if there's any secret diaries, get some headlines. I remember they were changing out which Power Rangers was active. I remember running into the kitchen crying to my mom because I was so upset that they were getting rid of one of my favorite series. It was a hard time, you know. Many people have struggles in their life, but I don't know that they're nearly as difficult as having to deal with a new series of Power Rangers. Excuse me. I know you all feel for me, but I'm really not looking for pity right now. You know, you can just try to contain it. You know, I know how you feel. I know how much that hits. You know what? Just use some ults, man. Building it up enough. This level's easy so far. I remember these things, dude. I forget who, I forget which enemy, which bad guy creates these, but I think it'd be really fun to find the old one. The one that like came out for GameCube, man. That thing was fun. That thing was so hard too. It was like when they were introducing like mutated villains and shit. I think it was more 3D than this though. I had that for both GameCube and laptop, I guess. Wasn't really a PC wasn't much of a thing back when I was playing that. Extra HP point added. Cool. Damn sewer rats. Get the rats out of my city, man. Alright, we gotta send one to the TV. This is for you guys. Didn't actually want that, but it's fine. Genghis found, man. Thoughts on Ben 10? I also loved Ben 10. Dude, I mean, that's like another cable thing, right? I mean, I was never able to watch it, so every once in a while we went on vacation. Or once a year, my family would go on vacation, rather. And the house that we would go to had cable there. And I would watch the crap out of Ben 10, man. I think I have the old video game for 360. I don't know that I ever played it, though. Wow, I bet that would be fun as hell. Yeah, man, I played I watched like pretty much as much Ben 10 as I could when I was down there. Jumped right into it. Enough Dark Souls 3 for today. Are you sure though? Have you considered the opposite of that? Yeah, Ben 10 was such a great idea. What a cool concept, so much fun. Like, it's kind of like a more integrated version of like Lilo and Stitch, you know? Like, also a fantastic movie, but and I guess Ben 10's a TV show. I don't know if there are any movies, but yeah, man, it's a freaking awesome, fun TV show. That's like probably around the time when I like topped out of watching cartoons. P3 enemies using trap. Dude, we can complete challenges accidentally all day. We also fail them accidentally, so it's pretty much the same thing. I finally kind of in the game. Still haven't found any good armor though somehow. Same bro? Or maybe I have. Yo, it's Peter Piper, man. Wait, am I running the wrong way? Should I be running with these guys? I think I'm at a severe disadvantage. You chose wrong, I'm a bum. I should be a turtle against the Rat King. Shit. Do you see this? Couldn't do that if I were a turtle, man.
You need practice. Discipline is the key.
Give him the old 1-2. Son of a bitch. I really think I should have some advantage against this guy because I'm also a rat, or maybe a disadvantage, honestly, but I feel like those rats shouldn't be turning on me that easily, you know?
I trust
Like the grandfather sage of all rats. Let's see. Beat his ass, dude? We definitely allow that. Lilo and Stitch? That makes so much sense, I hate it. Rat King. Wish there was a Rat King in Dark Souls so I could beat his ass. That's rude. Actually, that would be a great boss. Never mind. I'm so wrong about that. I stand completely corrected, Zodi. You are 100% correct. He is the Rat King. You should be under his thrall. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Hollow. Like, what the hell, man? But I also think that the rats that he does control shouldn't be attacking me because we're all on the same team.
More meltdown.
Hey. I sense an unfriendly encounter.
I really love these like old arcade game style games that's like, you know, literally just the color of the enemy, right? You're just like, oh yeah, this guy's, you know, this guy's purple, he's easy, this guy's pink, he's slightly harder, the blue guys have the shields, the green guys are archers, the red guys have axes. Like, man, take me back to 2006 before I could, that was for you guys, by the way. Just a little home invasion. Back when the only way you could play games was going to an arcade, man. I mean, I guess there were, you know, some home games, but not really. And they were pretty expensive. They're like, not really mainstream yet, I guess. So like, you know, not many of my friends had gaming consoles. What was your guys' first gaming console, by the way? Does anybody, like, where did you start? Where does your gaming experience come from, man? All right, we need to hit Y the next time this guy stuns. Easy. Finish the level without using any super attacks. What? These challenges are unfair, man. self-sufficient. It's always very important, man. Self-actualize. Be take some time for yourself. Be present with your life. You guys can have a purple home invasion. That's for you. Dude, I'm having a great time with this right now. Does Splinter not have any kick attacks? He does have kick attacks. There's one. There's one. There's one. He also has that, which I think is also a kick. An upper kick.
Take this.
I could use some health, man. Health me? Dude, let's go. Cause a little mayhem in the mall. Okay, so these guys are only vulnerable after they attack, and their attack is very long ranged and very powerful. Maybe we can do a slide attack on them. Do you think? Just knock over the glasses? That's fine. Alright, dude. You know what? We're gonna get in there and we're just gonna ult.
Jitsu strike.
Slide attack. They're vulnerable, man. I knew it. Damn looters.
This is gonna get me a major promotion.
VHS tape found, man. If that doesn't tell you when this game came out, man, I do not know what does.
Hey guys.
Hey, Napoleon.
Take this.
Get me out. Get me in. Super Nintendo. Dude, nice. Wow, that's old, man. That's pretty good. My first one was a PlayStation. Well, I guess a Game Boy Color, but PlayStation 2. Never old one. Always been PC. Smolo, we already know you're better than us. You don't need to flex every chance you get. Shit, walked right into that. Got one of those old miniatures a year ago with all the super good Nintendo games. Dude, that's awesome. Show the fire bot? Nothing. Has like Street Fight, Donkey Kong, dude, Mario Kart. Dude, Donkey Kong 64 might be like my OG favorite game. I never really got to play it, which has a lot to do with why I like it so much. Because I would always like watch my friend's older brother play. Sometimes when he wasn't home, we could do some multiplayer. And oh my god, wow, you're taking me back, man. That had great multiplayer capabilities, dude.
This is Boston.
Disgusting bug. Aren't all bugs disgusting, though? $50 here in rent. Convincing your dad to get your console game. Pirating is the main meta here. Dude, pirating is, oh shit. Tempestra. Sorry, I shouldn't have been reading chat just then. Whoa! Leonardo, man, what are you doing? Can we beat this guy, or is it just attacking you? Do we have to beat you in order to attack her again? Seems to be the case.
I need to focus my mind.
Watch out for the super smelly gas. This character is literally me just burping everywhere. Get a little OP back. Get a little alt charge. Hit her with the alt charge, man. That's such a powerful move. That's so broken that you can just charge it whenever. Shit. Ooh, but it also affects Angsty Leonardo. Which maybe I guess that's just Angsty Raphael. But hit her again, dude. This should do it. Oh, so close.
White turtles. No.
Really good old games, damn. Yeah, I love Donkey Kong games for Super Nintendo. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, okay, so Donkey Kong for Super Nintendo, that's beyond me, brother. I don't even go back that far, man. I'd love to pick one up though. I think one of my friends has a maybe a Sega Genesis that he's getting rid of.
Another mission robot piece? What a
I'm gonna talk to him about pricing that out. That'd be pretty sweet to have. Can you stream old consoles with like a capture card or something? So that would be pretty sick. Quite frankly. Do we really not have all these? Just two, man? Just two? We'll get you your papers, my friend. No worries. Please get all my precious VHS tapes. I don't know, man. I don't know. Doesn't seem very PG for you to want those tapes that badly. Just use an emulator when you get PC. Oh, dude, true, fair. There were a lot of Super Nintendo games that were really good. I've seen some streams of oh, cool. Did they get stunned? Old Nintendo games, but I think Nintendo is one of those. Oh, that's just a diary. I thought that was gonna be more pages. Thought we were gonna finish one here. I know that they DCMA a lot of their music, so I do got to keep that in mind. I do need to be like a little bit careful if I do go that route. This is for you. Home invasion. Home invasion. Home invasion. Home invasion. We're gonna leave out the spear guys because I don't know if you're ready for that. They're a little bit tougher than the purples, so I'm not trying to like finish level without jumping into a pit. We jumped in the first pit, dude. I don't want to like overwhelm you, you know. Eventually we'll get you some spearmen, but not yet. I don't know if you're ready.
Take this. I must head towards the light.
Classic. Have any of you guys ever heard of Veggie Tales? They were like a cartoon made for like the Catholic or Christian faith or something. They had a video game that I used to play online. You had to like, you know, buy a cereal and get the code in order to go online and play the game, but it was super fun, dude. It was like really good quality for considering where it came from. You see the spearmen, man? They're kicking my ass. How are you guys supposed to do that? You're not even a master. Or a rat. Or a turtle. Actually, I guess I don't know that. I've never met any of you in real life, so I'm sorry for making that assumption. I do apologize. And that combo ticker, dude. You love to see it. It's just quality gaming back in the day, man. Ninja power! Shit, white boys? I don't think I can be saying that. You guys know what I mean, though. White ninja suit boys? lot of people pirating movies in the U.S. They got like a fine for multiple millions of dollars. 1984. Was that when that happened? You done made me feel old. Yeah, no, I mean that was like kind of like an internet trend, right? So like back when you had to buy individual DVDs in order to see a movie, a lot of people would turn to the illegal, I want to say that I do not promote this personally, illegal usage of pirating videos to watch that content, because it would cost you, you know, hundreds of dollars to watch, right? I mean, each movie, I mean, I don't know, Hollow would probably be able to help me out with this, but like each movie was like $20+. And then Netflix came out and changed everything, right? Every single person was like, dude, we can get on board with this because, you know, for $5 we can watch all these movies. This is an incredible deal. But then Netflix was so unbelievably successful, and personally, this is me hating on Hulu. I think that they have one of the worst business practices ever. Netflix was the only streaming service available at first. So you could, you know, for like $5.99 a month, watch as many as many Netflix shows as you wanted. And then Hulu was like, these guys are geniuses. What a great business plan. How about we do this for free and they get ads? Or we charge them a subscription price, and it's the same thing as Netflix. So they got a lot of people to be interested in their service because you could watch it for free. You just have to put up with ads. Then, after they shit, that was bad. After they got enough of a following, they changed it so that you still had to pay a subscription to watch that content with ads, or you could pay a higher content. Bebop and Rocksteady, best of pals. Your worst, I didn't read the next word. Alt me? But yeah, whatever. So like, it was a really good idea at first, and then they abused it, and I think that that's super wrong. But that leads us to today, where you have, you know, Paramount Plus, Hulu, Netflix, HBO. Every single service has its own, you know, Peacock, whatever the hell. There are so many different streaming services now that, you know, in order to watch all the content that you want to watch, you have to pay, you know, probably like $40 to $50 a month to get all of those streaming services. So now that there are too many streaming services, people are going back to pirating. You know, I mean, it's just a cycle, man. It's just how that shit works. Oh no, it was talking about George Orwell's 1984. I remember old free Hulu, right, man? Dynamo, dude, that was great. Now you have to pay $6 for ads and $12 for no. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's so wrong. That is not a company for the people. That is a company abusing abusing their power, man. 1984 was amazing, Tamola. That was a great book. I actually listened to that on YouTube. I think there was an audiobook available that I listened to. I don't know, the last.
In the sky.
I don't know, last year anyway, but probably within the last 6 months or so. It's really good. For those of you who don't know 1984 or who aren't familiar, is like, shit. This, you know, it's set in modern society, and essentially the government is so powerful that they watch your every move, and you know, you're allowed zero freedoms. You just have to work and then die, and you're not allowed to like do anything outside of the system that's created. And the whole story is about this this guy living in the system and how messed up it is. And he finds a girl who wow, this gets rated to past what Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is going for pretty quickly. But you know, they end up saying that they have a huge crush on each other, and they find the ability to like live in a cabin off the grid, and then it ends up that the cabin was being watched anyway. And you know, the end of the book is that the Big Brother government wins. And you know, I mean, I think that's a lot of like what causes discrepancies between the two like parties in the US right now, is that like, you know, a lot of the things that the government is able to provide you is super beneficial to all of society, but you have to be careful about taking too much, because when you give them too much power, you fuck. You end up in a position that could be detrimental. I think it was Andrew Jackson who said, government big enough to give you everything that you want is big enough to take it all away. And that's the general concept of Big Brother, or 1984 is this Big Brother entity that, you know, censors books and censors content and only allows the public to view a certain portion of it because they don't want uprisings, and they talk about fake wars going on so that they can, you know, manipulate people into supporting their causes, you know, filling their roles. You know, when was the world ever more united than, you know, when Hitler was trying to eradicate an entire portion of the human race solely based on their religion, man. We hated that shit. We're like, no, dude, you actually don't do that. Just leave him alone. He wasn't okay with that, but we weren't either, and we kicked his ass, so, you know, all's well that ends very, 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 very horribly, and so many people had to sacrifice so very much, but you and I are living in the product of their sacrifices. And I don't know, man, right? I'm playing fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think it worked out pretty well. Like, so I got into reading. Pay one price for the book, and then I can read it whenever I want, however I want, and I'll ever ask for more money. Dude, totally. That's a great attitude, dude. Holy shit. What are you reading right now? Holy yes, I would probably agree, but back when I listened to the audiobook, my English was so bad I couldn't understand much. I bet you would do fine now, man. But also, I guess you've got more important things going on, so like... But it's also an audiobook, right? I mean, if you're just like making dinner or something and you only listen to it 20 minutes a day, like, you know, definitely don't have to, right? Obviously, follow your heart, be your own person, man. I'm not trying to get you to do anything you want to be interested in doing, but... What's the, So the old adage is don't half-ass anything, but that's like such a fallacy, man. Half-ass every single thing, dude. You don't have enough time to spend 2 minutes brushing your teeth every day? Brush them for a minute, man. That's better. Brush them for 20 seconds. That's better than not brushing at all. You know? Take baby steps, man. Fuck. Dude, we charged right into him on that one. What a weak boy. Wow, I can't believe I go on such a rant, man. I'm sorry about that. You guys don't want to hear that shit. Longest streak of 20. Those moving ones are tough for me, man.
Down there, by the beach.
Dude, A Song of Ice and Fire! Almost done with book 1. Not gonna say where in case no one's watched Game of Thrones. Dude, totally fair. I freaking loved that series. Winds of Winter is the next book to come out in that series, and George R.R. Martin said that he was gonna release it in 2014. We are obviously now in 2022. But the month that he said he was gonna release it, every single day I was Googling Winds of Winter, no result. Winds of Winter, no result. Winds of Winter, no result. Then it came to be every, you know, couple times a week. Winds of Winter, no result. Winds of Winter, no result. Every month. And then I just stopped it all together, you know, and I like looked it up, and George R.R. Martin is like very upset about people talking about him not writing enough, but you know, he's an old, unhealthy man. Like, dude's gotta get on it if he's gonna finish that series. You know, it's like Tolkien dying. Anytime a great author passes away, you just, you know, the world misses all of their genius behavior. Their genius behavior. That is not the word I was looking for. Their genius. Full stop. Huh? How about that? We're gonna send a blue guy to you guys. This is for you. This is for everybody at home. Okay, hang on. No. It's fine. It's fine. Sending a blue guy to you. All right, he's immune to this, so we're not gonna send you a blue guy. Clearly, he's beyond my capabilities, so I don't want to actually harm anyone. It's not the intent. Just take them out. Just take them out. They're annoying. Get a purple man. This is for the viewers at home. That's for you guys. Shit. I was wondering what those planks did. Huh? 15, 16, 20 hit combo? 24 hits on a man that would have died from 2. Poor guy. Poor guy. That's another one for the books. Do a quick meditation. Yeah, I've been wanting to get into that. Hang on a second. I'm lost in chat. Over the show, but it's easier. The show is very good until like season 4, then proceed with caution. Gotcha. That is extremely good intel. After season 4, man, it's pretty painful. Everything that you knew and loved just goes to hell. Before playing a lot of Token was because he kept everything in his head. Yeah, dude, yeah, we were totally talking about this. I knew we did. I will treat you well, my son.
Delicious. I should offer you some.
Scythes? Little scythe action? Do you guys think you could handle that? You know what? You're going to anyway. Nope, we can't do it. Can't do it. I don't know why we can't throw some enemies, man. I think this would be a good one to get a group of friends in on, man. This would be a good multi-party stream. Man, do you guys like not want me to talk about like you know, my personal political beliefs and shit? I feel like it's a rabbit hole, man. Not only will I just talk about it for a long time, but I'm probably gonna say some pretty ignorant shit. I'm better at like interpersonal stuff, you know, like more about you following your own heart and being your person, like, you know. I don't know shit about politics, man. It's way too complicated for me. Red guy? Red guy? Please? Please? Why we can't grab, man? There we go, for the viewers. Dude, this robot, man, come on. Pop a balloon. Shit, shit, shit. Okay. Ult me?
Quite delicious.
Okay, we really only got shit out of one of those. That's fine. Gotta bounce for a few minutes. Enjoy yourself, Dynamo, excuse me. I will see you in a few then. I hope you were bouncing for good reasons, and you have a good time. I think it's a fun aspect of this stream. What? What specifically? Because I do not want to make any assumptions. I talk too much to be able to focus on one topic. Let's go, Gatorlicious. Leatherhead, Sultan of the Swamp, ready to chomp. Ult me? Ult me? Alright, we're at super low HP. Prepared for it, prepared for it. He comes out of the... Alright, now we're fine. One tap. Damn it. To mumble about random topic ever. It's kind of my MO. Ask anybody. Got the food after we don't need more. That'll do. That'll do, Leatherhead. You chomp this. I feel like that's a classic trope of the 90s, right? You know? Putting a spin on the whatever method they use to finish off the bad guy. I guess he spent too much time in the pool. That's enough hot dogs for one day. Punk Frog's New York City retreat. We lost all our disgusting bugs. Can you help us out, Slurp? Yeah, dudes, absolutely. Man, I've been collecting disgusting bugs since I knew who you were. Since before I knew who you were. Oh, man. To mumble about specific topics. I feel like my only takeaway from that is that I need to articulate better. Is this speaking well enough for you, Tamola? I'm just kidding. I feel like that's insensitive, you know? I feel like that's just me being an asshole. I'm just trying to be funny though.
Sure hits the spot.
Another disgusting bug, dude. I think we only need like a couple more. Alright, we gotta send a purple boy home. This is for you. This is also for you. This is also for you. Everybody at home, good luck with those, man. I didn't want to fight them, so that's your problem now. $10 points, baby. 10 points in a box, just like Mama used to make. How'd I get hit by that one, man? I mean, it was never gonna happen, right? All these challenges are like, you know. I guess things that I could at least try to do. I don't know, man. It's an old arcade game. You just smash buttons, bro. You don't need to not take damage. What are these points gonna get me anyway? Oh my god, it's still alive. There's two of them too. Not paying attention, man. They're too small. VHS tape, dude. We found more of that man's adult videos. There's so many boxes to check, brother. Meant to hit A, meant to do a slide there, but we're pogging anyway. Mess them up, man. It's just that easy. Didn't think we were gonna get hit by that. Just light it, just in case. Dude, I cannot get away from those. I think you have to go the same way as the elevator, man. There's so much destroyable stuff here. Poor guy's gonna come back to his store and I'm just, you know, be like, hey, I saved it. I got all these robots out of here, man. You're welcome. But then I also, you know, intentionally destroyed every single box just in case you had something that I wanted. By the way, I ate your pizza. You are the fun aspect of the stream. Thanks, Tamola. The rambles are great, lol. Quite the opposite. Very, very thoughtful of my mental disability. No way, man. That's not me. If my friends had to describe me, they would say not thoughtful at all. What mental disability? Not knowing English well enough when it's your second language, bro? What are you talking about? You're probably the smartest right now. But not the wisest, which is why you need me. Subscribe for more, supporting you? I don't know. I was actually talking about this with my therapist earlier today, and like how good this is for my mental health, you know? Like, literally just being able to talk to you guys and like have a purpose and, you know, making friends that, you know, can appreciate similar things that I do, you know? It's big. I'm saying you know a lot. I'm aware of that right now. But yeah, it's meaningful, man. It really is. Not that like I can't make friends in real life, right? Like I'm not, you know, incapable. I'm just super limited because of my health right now. I can't really go outside and, you know, like doing the kickball game. I'm super anxious every time. If I see somebody coughing, dude, I'm out. I'm out. I'm gone. I can't handle that. I'd be sick for weeks, man. Metalhead reprogrammed something that I didn't read. Yeah, I was playing tennis with friends earlier in the summer, and one of the people there was sick. She had a head cold for the past few weeks, and was still recovering, but like wasn't, you know, didn't have a fever, was feeling up enough to go outside. She didn't play tennis at all. She just sat on the side and like retrieved a ball every now and again. Dude, I caught whatever she had, and I was sick for 3 weeks. 100-degree fever, coughing, like lethargy. Man, it was tough. Autoimmune diseases, man. They're a bitch. Bosses that let you just freaking get cracked, man. You know, get a little mid boss fight meditation. Although he kind of goes down, so it's not really worth doing it for him. Power level, HP, oh, let's go. Can't beat him. Okay, don't meditate there, Master Splinter, please. Please follow us.
Wait, it's so clear to me now. The turtles are my friends. System crash.
I can't hear any that is saying right now, man. Cowabunga!
Tonight, I dine on turtle soup.
Tonight, I dine on turtle soup. Doubtful. Maybe rat soup, but that's, you know. Even that's pretty iffy, man. I honestly want to check on those turtles, though, because we may have the bugs. Wait, they were down here. Six out of 8. We need 2 more disgusting bugs. It's not very thoughtful, man. Don't call their food disgusting. Alright, I'm going to use the D-pad to navigate because it is challenging to do that with this stick. True. If it wasn't fun, I probably would have disappeared a long time ago. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much. That's, when did that turn? That's the goal, man. That is our objective, is to have a good time. That's it. Anything else is golden, but I don't know what else we could do. walked into it, man. Can we send you a blue guy? Can you guys get a blue guy? Blue guy? Blue guy? There you go. Take care of that. You know? Your friend isn't very helpful, man. Okay, now he is. Alright, y'all are actually annoying, so we're just gonna do one of them's. Yeah, I know I need to go. I'm meditating. It's important to practice mindfulness. Oop, that was not the right button. This was. What's coming? Not enough. VHS me?
This is gonna get me a major promotion.
Adult video VHS form, man? Let's go. No problem, no problem. Quick ult. Get out of range of my ult because it's too good. I get it. No worries. Dude, those horns are really messing up my attack patterns, man. Triceratops are tough. Health me? Health me? Ninja time! Dude, what a good game. What quality, you know, engaging dialogue this game has. Keep going in for those jump kicks, man, but this is for you. This is for everybody at home. 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 Come on. Alright. No, you guys don't get a blue guy. I'm sorry. Light blue is too light for you. I don't know, man. I don't know where I was going with that. Holy shit, man. That was the hardest enemy we fought so far, man. The bosses were easier than that. One more disgusting bug and then we pay the frogs a visit, man. Red crystal?
Dig it.
Crystal shard found. Alright, cool. You know, like, the more intelligent thing would have been to say that that was a ruby or something, but, like, I'm glad that the 90s game was like, yeah, dude, it's a crystal. We're not trying to impress anybody right now. We're just telling you what it is, and you can collect them. I think that's the first time we've been hit by that. We got hit 3 times in a row, but that's fine. 4 times in a row, but that's fine. Ten Triceratons using ground attacks. Have you ever seen it done better? Some people are calling me a god gamer. Infinite ninja power, dude. We abuse it. Get some health. That's what we were really hoping for. Boss fight, dude. Let's go. You went to school, right? I did go to school once in my whole time of being alive. Yes. Didn't like it, didn't go back. No, yeah, I went to high school, I went to community college for 2 years, and then I went to university for 2 years. I have a BA in biology. General studies, I think, technically, but it kind of had a focus on like anthropology and evolution. That might be a bit of an overstatement, you know. So I did. The plan was med school back in the day, and I kind of figured that if I could take courses that were challenging enough to get me into med school, that I would be fine doing anything else. So you know, I mean, I did physics 1, 2, I did bio 1, 2, genetics, organic chemistry 1, 2, biochemistry. I did a lot of math electives, actually. I really enjoy math. So I was doing, I took all the way up to, so I did Calc 1, 2, and 3, and then differential equations and linear algebra, which is probably like the most applicable version of math to real life that I've ever taken. You know, geometry, like, obviously has its uses, but like, I don't know. Differential equations, it's like, that red guy was for you. You can like determine the cooling ratio based, or like how long a cup of water will take to cool to room temperature if it's, you know, boiling at 100 degrees Celsius. You can calculate that through like eigenvalues. I don't really remember, man. It's been a while, but I loved it. I did really well. When I first started the course, it had been 2 years since I had taken any math courses. So I really struggled in the beginning. I think I got a 67 on my first exam, but I got a 94 on the final. So I think I'll count that, you know, I mean, regardless, and like the first exam was really just like a recall of everything from like Calc 1 and 2. So like, you know, it was, we knew that was going to happen. So really it was like my own fault for not, reminding myself of how to be a math boy, but yeah, no, it was fun. It was good. I really enjoyed those classes, which is surprising. You know, I feel like not many people are like, yeah, dude, I chose math to be my elective. But I also took like history of the blues, man. Learned all about where blues music came from and how it developed into jazz and rock and roll, and you know, the different types of communities that were involved in. So a lot of America back in the day had slavery, obviously. That's like kind of how this whole country was founded, right? And there were these lumber camps in the Mississippi Delta that, you know, were essentially like the only places that African American slaves could be, because the, you know, white superior power assholes back in the day wouldn't allow them in the normal towns. So they, you know, provided a bar so that they'd have no reason to interact with everybody else. And, you know, I mean, it's really a messed up thing, but as a result of that, they developed their own style of music, and that literally is what gave us rock and roll today. Was jazz musicians that worked in lumber camps rather. No, I think this was like technically post-slavery, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't equal rights by any means, and you know, I think our country is still working to get to that point, because it's a long haul, man, and a lot of people are have very antiquated ways of thinking. So there is a lot of very difficult social policies to work out in order to create a fair system. But you know, I think our generation is talking about it a lot. We're making really positive moves. I don't know how to kill these things, man. Alt me? You went to vet school, right? I did not go to vet school. I would love to go to vet school. Dude, every one of these is hitting me, man.
Museums? Hi.
We found our last bug, though. I've not been to vet school yet. That is the goal. Hey, a fellow math nerd. Yo, let's go, dude. You are too? What have you taken up to? What's your most enjoyable class also? I think I had the most fun in Calc 3. I feel like that was a repeat of Calc 1. You just, like, repeated the process more frequently. I just really had fun with that, man. It was just an enjoyable class for me. Is that alive? That was kind of weird. That seemed like a bug. Dude, juggle me? Some are calling him a god juggler. Very interesting about Jazz. You should definitely watch the movie Soul. I have not heard of the movie Soul. What's it about? Extra ninja power bar added? Does that mean that I can do one more of these? No. Yes! Alright, let's go, dude. Yeah, bait him into it, but then walk in yourself. It's fine. We were honestly just ulting to avoid the damage from the lightning. But now we're meditating for us. Take a mindful moment. There was a... So I have like multiple journals that I like to keep. But in one of them I was like, dude, it has been so long since I've done a math problem and I forgot how to do eigenvalues. So I just like looked it up and then made up a few problems to mess around with and, you know, re-educate myself. Okay, I would like to get that pizza before we fight Flyboy. Baxter Stockman, mutated fly scientist. Classic, man. This is why you don't mess with flies. Dude, these ults do so much damage. He's at half health and we've only used 3? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. We'll just use... take him out. Alright, he's actually invulnerable. Don't know how you're supposed to dodge that. Maybe dodge roll? Dodge roll me? Oh man. We're just eating it. We're eating it. There's on, I can't. Baxter's down. Weren't divided. It's called maths. Huh. Geometry trig. Soul is a Pixar movie. Talk purpose of life, dude. That's oh, cool. I think in previews when it was coming out.
Yo, don't. Better
Sane babies. Dude, you don't have to tell me. Please remember. It's important. I don't know. Amphibian. That's what we're looking.
Mario, love you.
100 points. We're correct. But to a slurp. They are not pizza. You regular food. It's more like just regular. No. My back's really shot. Still getting okay. Random but vacation. Didn't you clean Dennis?
On my children.
Didn't it? I said that. I did do that. Where is it coming from? Interesting. Math is just like a subject. So does everybody in each same curriculum then? Do all students? You continue deeper math? How does that work? Like, I took math 5 years. I took years for here. Because it's stuff, right? I don't know how to. I think it might be being really, but I don't have anything that. I mean, I can a little bit, but
Try my story.
this story is tape, man. I had the X version of this. This is great, but X-Men just holds a special place in my heart.